Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, students. How are you today? I hope you are great today. Back again with me, Mrs. Aulia, on science subject for grade 5 elementary school. Keep the spirit of learning from home, students. Okay, on this occasion, we will learn about ecosystem. The discussion of the material that we will study is about 1. What is an ecosystem? 2. What are the components of an ecosystem? 3. What are the type of biotic components based on how they get food and their trophic level? 4. What are the type of ecosystem? 5. What is symbiosis? And 6. What are the type of symbiosis? Okay, let's go to the first discussion, namely the meaning of ecosystem. Do any of you know what an ecosystem is? So, an ecosystem is a collection of living and non-living things in an environment that interact with each other. Ecosystems are composed of several components, namely biotic components and abiotic components. Biotic components are components of living things in an ecosystem. Examples include plants, animals, humans, and bacteria. So, all living things in an ecosystem are called biotic components. And then, abiotic components. Abiotic components are components of non-living things in an ecosystem such as air, water, soil, and etc. Based on the level of biotic component in the ecosystem are divided into 3. 1. Individual, 2. Population, and 3. Community. To find out more, let's discuss one by one. Starting from the individual. The individual is a single living being, for example, a chicken, a monkey, or a tree. While the population is a group of living things of the same kind that live in one place. For example, the cow population. This group of cows is called a cow population. And then community. A community is a collection of 2 or more populations living in one place. An example of a lake community, where the lake community consists of a fish population and a plant population. The type of biotic component based on how they get food and based on trophic levels. Type of biotic component based on how they get food. First, there are producers. Producers can produce their own food through photosynthesis. For example, green plants. The second is consumers. They cannot produce their own food, so they have to eat other living things. And the third is decomposers. Decomposers is microorganisms that decompose the carcasses of living things or the waste product of digestion. Type of biotic component based on trophic levels component. First, there are autotroph producers because they can produce their own food through photosynthesis. Example, seed plant, phytoplankton, algae, mosses, ferns. Next is the heterotroph. heterotroph component is acting as consumers because they cannot produce their own food. And then consumers 1 is herbivores and omnivores. And then consumers 2 carnivorous animal to eat herbivores, omnivores. And then consumers 3 is carnivorous animals that eat carnivores, omnivores. And finally, decomposers and detritivores. Furthermore, in addition to ecosystem component, there are also several types of ecosystem. The type of ecosystem consists of natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. Natural ecosystems are formed naturally and without human assistance. Examples of natural ecosystems are forest ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, and river ecosystem. Artificial ecosystems are formed due to human intervention. Examples of artificial ecosystem are rice field ecosystem, field ecosystem, and pond ecosystem. And then we will discuss about symbiosis meaning. Symbiosis is a relationship or interaction between two different living organisms. Type of symbiosis. 1. Symbiosis mutualism. A mutually beneficial relationship between two living things. Example, buffalo and starlings. The buffalo's body becomes clean because the lice on its body are eaten by the starlings, while the starlings get food because they eat the lice on the buffalo body. 2. Symbiosis commensalism. A reciprocal relationship in which one organism benefits and the other is neither benefited or harmed. Example, orchid and their host trees. The orchid gets a leaf to life while the host tree stays alive as usual. And number 3, symbiosis parasitism. A reciprocal relationship in which one organism benefits and the other is harmed. Example, Princess Robe and its host tree. Taliputri gets a ride and food, while her host tree loses because she is purged and has food stolen. Students, so that was the discussion of the material on ecosystem on this occasion. I hope the material that I have presented can be useful for you. I hope you can understand the material easily. And then your next task is to please mention and explain the various ecosystems that exist around your respective home environment. Don't forget to study and keep the spirit and take care of your health. See you at the next meeting. Goodbye. Wassalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.